Hi students, and welcome again to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian, and I welcome you to this session of live IELTS learning, broadcasting to you from downtown beautiful Budapest here, situated close to the Danube River. I hope everybody has had a great week and is looking forward to a most excellent weekend. In this class, we are looking at a task 2 question. Could be for the academic, but I think this one could also be for the general exam. Also, it was submitted by one of our members. Quite an interesting and fun question for today's class, as you will see. The lesson is brought to you by aehelp.com for academic IELTS preparation. And for the general version of the test, be sure to check us out at IELTShelp.com. I'm putting these URLs up at the top of the board here, just so you can check them out anytime that you so decide. Now, this is a members chat class. That means you need to be a member to join. You should see that join button beside the subscribe button. There are 4 levels of membership. Choose the one that fits your budget and your needs. If you do not see that join button, just send me an email and I can help you out. My email is Adrian, Adrian, at aehelp.com. And for those of you who like to study for the IELTS on your phone and tablet, make sure to get our app for the academic version. Search for Academic IELTS Help. And definitely we will have the general version coming for you very, very soon. So that's exciting for us as well. You can get our books, by the way. I know some people really like to learn the IELTS from actual paper books. We do have those. You can order our books from your Amazon online bookstore. Just search for AE Help's Academic IELTS and G Help's General IELTS. You'll see 2 books for each of those. And we'll have another book coming out early next year. Now, again, this class is a task 2 writing. We're really pushing our members to do a lot of writing this week. We want you to perfect your thinking and your writing skills. And then we will have another reading for everyone to improve those reading skills for the IELTS exam. Hi, Preeti. Good to see you in class. Hello, Amarjeet. How are you doing? All right. I'm sure some more members will be coming into the class here in a few moments. Hi, Alexander. Hi, Puranjay. Good to see you. Let's take a look at this IELTS Task 2 question. Now, members, we've already done a full Task 2 essay this week. So this time, I'm going to give you the chance to come up with the questions during the planning and give a little bit more of the work to you. So I will follow with you. So that's the goal this time. And I think I picked a fairly interesting topic for us. So let's have a read. IELTS Task 2 Writing. Some scientists think there are intelligent life forms on other planets and messages should be sent to contact them. Other scientists think that it is a bad idea and would be dangerous. Which opinion do you agree with and why? Give answers and explanations. Write at least 250 words. That definitely, I think, is an exciting topic for us. Hi, Zach. So, members, first step, paraphrase this question. Okay, write this question in your own words. It's a little bit imaginative, to say the least, and definitely a good idea to paraphrase a question like this one, just to make sure that you are comprehending it as the examiner's intended. So I'm going to do the same, I'm going to paraphrase, and then we'll plan it out, okay? Okay, I'm staying a little bit silent here. Hopefully you're paying attention to what I'm typing and how I'm typing. I'm giving our members a chance to come up with their own paraphrasing, their own synonyms, their own antonym negatives maybe, some descriptive paraphrasing. So lots of different ways to do it. Again, the original sentence, some scientists think there are intelligent life forms on other planets, and messages should be sent to contact them. Other scientists think that it is a bad idea and would be dangerous. Which opinion do you agree with and why? Quite a provocative question, and as far-fetched or as imaginative as this seems, it's a very real question for modern humans, and it's something that we are actually doing. I'm sure many of you have heard of the SETI program, where we're constantly sending messages into the great universe, hoping to hear a message back. So trying to contact aliens is not something just in our minds, but it's something that we actually invest billions of dollars to achieve. So quite interesting. Hi, Danish. Welcome to the class. Good timing. We're just going over the task 2 question. So here is my paraphrase. Certain academics. Okay, another way to say a scientist is an academic, a researcher, or even a scholar. Okay, scholars, academics, scientists, researchers, those are all more or less synonyms. They're people who deal with the business of knowledge, discovering knowledge, propagating knowledge, spreading knowledge. Okay, so certain academics believe there are other smart aliens living on distant planets. Maybe take out the word other, because other would mean that we're also aliens, but alien just means foreign to us, and we are not foreign to ourselves. So let's just keep it as smart aliens. Intelligent life forms. Intelligent, smart. Life forms, aliens. I mean, sure, yeah, maybe we're thinking of the big green-headed or gray-headed, big-eyed alien. Maybe not. Maybe something completely different. Maybe something that looks very much like a human, right? And we should communicate with them, okay? And messages should be sent to contact them. So, you know, a lot of people think, hey, we should say, hi, we're here on planet Earth. How you doing? On the contrary, other scholars ascertain that this could be harmful to our species. Which side do you support and why? So clearly, in this question, we have to choose one side. Okay, that's very important. Always really pay attention to this last element of the task 2 question, because this part decides what your essay should read like. So it's not asking you to discuss both sides. Okay, it's asking you to choose one side and argue that, hey, I believe in this side. So most of your essay really needs to focus on just one opinion, okay, not both. That's a different question. Then it would say discuss both sides and explain which one you agree with. It doesn't ask you that. It asks you which opinion do you agree with and why. So the why means you need to emphasize the side that you agree with. Okay, very important. Zach says, nowadays a group of scientists believe that aliens exist, so we need to signal them, while others believe that this would be a bad idea and could cause some harmful effects for humans. Okay, Zach, very good. Okay, just I changed it a little bit to have it sound a bit more natural. So one more time, Zach. Nowadays, a group of scientists believe that aliens are present, so we need to signal them, while others believe that this would be a bad thought and could cause some harmful effects for humans. Amarjeet writes, a few scientists, experts, you don't need to double that, Amarjeet, just write experts. It's a good paraphrase, okay? So a few experts ascertain that it can be beneficial to connect with aliens who live in the universe. Very nice, Amarjeet. While others are totally the opposite, as this may be dangerous, okay? Harmful, threatening, Amarjeet, not adventure. Adventure does not paraphrase danger, okay? Otherwise, very nice. Amarjeet, I really like how you said connect with aliens who live in the universe. That's a very nice paraphrase. I can tell with that paraphrase, Amarjeet, that you have truly interpreted the question well. Interpreting the question is a big part of getting high band scores. Okay. Kesey says, certain academias believe, academics, I think is better than academias, Kesey, but I could be wrong. I'd have to check that. I think academics is a bit better. Certain academics believe there are aliens outside of Earth, and signals should be sent to reach them and get in touch with them. Semicolon, however, other researchers disagree and think it is detrimental. It is potentially detrimental for humans. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Kesey, nice. I like it. Okay. Which idea do you agree with and why? Good, Kesey. I like how you remembered to paraphrase that part as well. Paranjay says researchers believe that researchers believe in the existence of extraterrestrial life forms in our universe and feel the need to make contact with them. However, there are some who are against this idea because this could be threatening for life on Earth. So Paranjay, I think that you ran out of characters. That's why you couldn't finish your paraphrase. Otherwise, it's a beautiful paraphrase. It's grammatically very accurate. You're using great vocabulary. And again, very good interpretation of the question. Fantastic. Members, I have to at this point give you my double thumbs up because you are doing a fantastic job these days of taking the question and truly paraphrasing where you are actually replacing 80-90% of the original question with 90%, 95% accuracy in the meaning. And that is a good paraphrase. If you can paraphrase like that, when you can paraphrase like that, you can get high band scores on the exam, okay? Especially when you can do it fast. All right. Danish says, some scientists believe that aliens exist on other planets and it is beneficial to connect with them with the help of signals, while other experts have belief that this is a bad idea and dangerous. Danish, faith is not correct in that context, okay, for society. Preeti, certain researchers believe there are advanced life forms on different planets and we should approach them. On the other side, others think that this is not a good notion as it may be noxious for earth. Noxious in that context, Preeti? I don't know. As this may be threatening for earth, I think is better. Okay. All right. Good job. Okay. What's my next step? So again, members, our goal here is for you to fish today. So instead of me doing the fishing, you're doing the fishing and catching the fish. You're showing me what I've taught in previous classes for fishing. And you know what I mean, I think, by that analogy. So you are doing the fishing. What am I doing next here? So we have our very good paraphrasing done. What do I do next, especially when I'm at home practicing for my exam, practicing for writing essays, especially in Western universities? So what do I do next? This is exactly what you would do for your essays in college and university. Okay. Roshni, I'm not writing a topic sentence yet. I think maybe you're thinking of a different idea. Hi, Amar. Kisi says, figure out the topic. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, Kisi. So what is it? What is our topic? What are we talking about? So tell me the topic. Again, this time, members, I'm going to be a little bit more patient, and I'm going to give you the chance to walk me through the response for this kind of fun, exciting question. I mean, you never know. This could be the most important question of our modern existence, especially since we are sending a lot of objects and signals into space these days. Okay, Zach, too much. You're trying to grasp too many ideas too quickly, and I think that you're maybe going in the wrong direction. Danish, that's exactly right. Okay. And Kisi, you're right as well. One way, members, that you can believe what I say, that it's the truth and not just coming from Adrian's brain, is you'll see that you'll have most of you agreeing on that idea as well. So Danish says connecting with aliens is the topic, and Kisi says connecting with aliens is the topic. Yvonne, finding a way to talk to aliens is close, but it's not quite. Preeti, other lives are on different planets. That's just a part of the topic, but the actual topic is correct by Danish and by Kisi. And Danish, Kisi, both of you have summarized it in a very nice, concise way. So contact aliens, right? Okay, and what's my next step? Puranje, you're mixing the topic with the next step, and you'll see what the next step is, Puranje. It's really important, Puranje, that you're able to separate these two elements and you don't just mix it into one so that you have more clarity. It will make your writing, Puranje, more clear. So the topic is usually something simple, especially in the IELTS. The topic, Puranje, is usually, you can usually summarize it in one, maybe 3-4 words at most. So the topic should never be a whole sentence. You shouldn't need to do that, okay? So Roshni says, well, let's identify the controlling idea. And Danish says, let's talk about the what, why, how. Both of you are kind of correct. So Danish, you could go through the what, why, how for the topic first before you identify the controlling idea. Or you could identify the controlling idea and then go through what, why, how for both. So the order doesn't really matter that much here as long as you do both. So controlling idea, let's just keep it simple for now. What is it? What's the controlling idea in this case for our question? Again, members, you're the one fishing today. You're catching these fish. Let's see if you can feed us all with some brilliant information. So Danish says, I like to think of the controlling idea, then the what, why, how. Yeah, you can do it that way too, Danish. So Danish says the controlling idea is connecting with aliens a good or bad idea? Yeah, that's definitely it. Okay, so is this a good idea for people to embark on this project, or are we making a terrible mistake? Well, quite an interesting thought, right? So the controlling idea is usually the one that's a sentence. Okay, Paranjay? So the controlling idea is usually a full sentence, sometimes even two. So Kisi says more specifically is, what's your idea about it? So is your idea that it's a good thought or a bad thought for humanity to try and connect? Yeah, Kisi, you're right. So it's focusing on you as the author or as the person responding to this essay. Sure, okay. So now, as many of you said, we need to do the critical thinking before we begin to write. So the first one is what? And what's the full question? So give me the full question for the what for the topic. So we know the topic is connecting with aliens. The controlling idea is it a good idea or a bad idea for humanity to try to contact aliens? What's the what here? Okay, what's the what for the topic? Jitain Goshal, welcome, new member. I'm happy that you've joined, and I see that you joined at the tier 1 for membership, which means you'll get some exclusive videos. Just send me an email, Jitain. So I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Jitain, send me an email when you have a chance to adrian@aehelp.com after the class, and I'll hook you up with some links to those exclusive videos for you, okay? And welcome to the class. So, members, what is the what for this topic? What's the full question? So Kisi says it's what is intelligent life forms on other planets? Roshni says, what are aliens? No, I disagree, Kisi. I disagree, Roshni, because the topic is not aliens, okay? So it's not intelligent aliens. It's connecting with aliens. So that's not the right what question. Okay. Oh, there you are, Jitain. Good. Awesome. Oh, Kalyan, very good. Another member just joined up. Good. Zach says communication. Zach, I think if we add your response to that of Kisi and Roshni, then we have our full question, almost. So, yeah, Preeti, that's it. What is connecting with aliens? So what does that mean? And that's a very important question here to identify. So, Kalyan, make sure again, same as Jitan, to send me Jitain to send me an email, okay? So I can hook you up with those exclusive videos. All right. So, what's the answer to that? So what does it mean to connect with aliens? In Danish, there you go. That's the right question. So what is the way of connecting between aliens and us. Not what is the way, because that's kind of the how. So the how is the methodology. But here we want to actually define the concept of connecting with aliens. What does that actually mean? Okay. Answer it. Try to answer that. Ah, there you are, Kalyan. Welcome to the class. So answer that question in your own words. Don't overthink it. Keep your ideas simple. Simple is not easy. Simple is very important. Amarjeet says by satellite. Again, that's the method. So students, I think that you're confusing method with definition. And that happens often for people. So do not confuse how with what. Okay. So I think you're giving me the how answers instead of the what does it mean to connect with aliens. Alexander, very good. So Alexander says, make friends on other planets. Alexander, as funny as that sounds, because I see that you put the lol there, the laugh out loud, you're actually the closest so far to giving the correct answer. So you're close. Parunjay says, understanding the alien life form. I don't think so, Parunjay. So I think understanding the alien life form might mean that they're communicating with us, right? To help you, students, again, there's one important key strategy I always talk about that you can use, and that's visualization, right? So visualize. So here's Earth, okay? Here's our satellite, all right? Boop, 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 and we're sending out our signal. And here's another planet, okay? And here is this, classical alien, all right? So us, them, visualize. What's actually happening? So Preeti says, send a message to check for other lives in the universe. Dana says, sending signals to other planets. So you're close, okay? So we got the sending signals parts. It's this, there's a part here that's missing. Maybe this will help if I draw a giant ear here. Okay. That's a abnormally large ear, but hey, we never know what aliens really look like. Okay. So Parunjay says maybe looking for a response from an alien life form. So the response would be, Parunjay, if the alien is sending a signal back, right? But that might not happen. Okay. So I think we should keep this simpler. Think like the scientists. Here we're talking about scientists. Think like the scientists. I'll help a little bit here of what I think it means to contact aliens. Okay, so that's what I would say it means. All right. So send signals to distant planets that can be received and interpreted by aliens. So we don't know, students, if they're going to talk back to us. We don't have knowledge of that. All we're doing is we're here, we're sending a signal that way, and we're hoping that there's some kind of a giant ear on another planet that's going to receive that signal and go, aha, somebody's talking to us. Somebody who's intelligent just sent us a hello. Maybe it's a hello, or maybe what they're going to hear is, we're coming to get you. We don't know that. We don't know how they interpret that information, right? But we do know that that's the goal, that we send that signal, we don't know if they're smart or advanced enough to send back information. We don't know all that information. Okay? Those are the unknowns. All we know is that we want to send signals to other planets that can be received and interpreted by aliens, by foreign life. Okay? Jitendra, welcome to the class. All right, so that's what we know. Okay, keep your thoughts simple, visualize. Do you agree with me, members, or disagree? It's up to you. I'm not arguing that I always have the best answer, but do you agree that what does it mean to connect with aliens just simply means that we make this connection where they can hear us? That's all we really know at this point. I'll erase my scientific diagram here. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Roshni. So simple is best, right? Keep it simple. Okay. All right. So what's the next question? What is the next question? Again, I want you to ask the question. Okay. And now some students, some of our viewers might be thinking, wow, why is Adrian spending so much time on interpreting and understanding the task 2 question? Why doesn't he just quickly write down some template email with some catchphrases and sentences we can use in our task 2? Because those kinds of essays don't get high band scores. Hi, Simi here. You need to write unique essays that are original and that provide good arguments. And at the same time, by learning this planning, you're learning a lot of vocabulary and you're learning a lot of English as well. So, yeah, Kisi. Okay, so welcome, Simi here. I see another member just joined in. Amarjeet says, how can we connect with aliens? Amarjeet, that's the how. We're not there yet. We're on the why question. Okay, Paranjay, same thing. So let's not forget the why. Kisi says, why would scientists want to send signals to aliens? Or even more specifically, humanity, right, Kisi? But you're on the right track. So why do scientists and humanity want to send signals to aliens? Okay, that is a good question. That is a very good question. And what's the answer? So I have a feeling that this is where I'm going to get some different answers from different students. So why would humans want to, and scientists want to send signals to aliens? What is our purpose for that? What's this desire that we have as humans to say hi to maybe some aliens that are out there in the great universe in another solar system? Amarjeet says, for the purpose of exploring the universe. Maybe, okay. Maybe. Roshni says, to prove there are other places to live other than Earth. Amar says, to protect our planet. Kisi says, human curiosity. I think that's the same here. Okay. To prove that life exists, intelligent life. I think Alexander, if you're still here, yeah, there you are. Okay, Alexander says to pretend as friendly as possible to avoid a conflict with a superior civilization that could consequently lead to our planet's collapse. Okay, all right, Alexander, I think you're really getting carried away. Perhaps you love your sci-fi movies as much as I do. Just simplify your thoughts, Alexander. Okay. Hi, Anish. I'm glad you made it. So yeah, if I think carefully about this, I think my main answer, so sometimes members, you'll have a lot of different answers to these why questions. And I think that it's important to identify which one is the best one, right? So to form a relationship with another intelligent life form other than humans, I think that's probably our number one reason why we want to do this. We want to shake hands and say, hey, you're smart, maybe smarter than us, and here we are. Let's meet up and let's try to build a relationship, okay? Just like we do amongst ourselves as humans, we want to find other life forms to do the same because humans are social by nature. That's what makes us human, is we're very social. We form relationships. That's one of our most incredible characteristics as a species, is that we're very, very social. To form human relationships, and why is that important? Because that helps us survive, right? So you're right. Who was that? Somebody, I read that quickly out of the corner of my eye, that we want to learn about them and their technology. Of course, humans are hungry for knowledge, so we want to do that. So how? Some of you said, so the how question is, now give me the, okay, I'm not going to give you the how this time. So again, I want you to fish. So give me the full how question, students. Give me the full how question. So we have a really good what question. What does it mean to connect with aliens? It means to send signals to distant planets that can be received and interpreted. We have a good why question. Why do scientists and humans want to send these signals? To form relationships with intelligent life from other planets. That's our hope, that eventually they send some kind of a signal back. What's the how question? So Paranjay says, how as humans are we going to establish a connection? Yeah. So how do we make this connection? Good. Now you're on the right thread. Now you're on the right thread. And what's the answer to that? Yeah, Shang Hung, there you are in class. So Shang Hung says, how do I make connections with other intelligent life? Excellent. And what's the answer? How do we make connections to other intelligent life? Yeah, so Kisi says, how? Okay. So how do we do it? How do we say, hi? What's up? How you guys doing? Here we are. Where are you? Okay, how do we do that? How do we communicate? And beautiful, I really like how all of you are now on the same page. So Amarjit says by satellite. Can you be more specific, Amarjit? Okay, by satellite, radio signals, light signals, sure. Jitendra says to understand the theory of dealing with situations to save other planets. That's for the why, I think, Jitendra. Paranjay says through advancements in science and communication technology. Yeah, but that's a good explanation for the how Perunje, but just be more specific. So through satellite, radio signals, light signals, sending human objects into space, like those gold discs that we sent a couple decades ago, I think, with Beatles songs and other interesting parts of human history. And I think we just shot a Tesla car into space as well. So humans are really interesting creatures. So doing space missions, sending out astronauts. Yeah, there are different ways. Okay, good. All right, so we have the what, we have the why, we have the how. Now we're starting to get a much clearer idea of what to write and how to write it. But first, more questions. So, what's our next question? Okay. What's our next question? So, yeah, Amarwadi, space missions, absolutely. So, what's our next question? Before I can formulate my thesis, before I can begin my introductory paragraph, what's my next question? What do I need to ask next? Okay, Roshni, I'm not quite at the thesis statement yet. There's a couple more really important questions before I can create my thesis. Okay, so Kisi says, do you agree or disagree? But even before that, Kisi, yeah, I want to ask a couple questions, and Alexander is asking one. So why might communicating with aliens be a bad idea? That's what Alexander says. We should think about that first. Yeah, Roshni, there you go. So Roshni says, hey, fellow members, slow down a little bit. You got to think, why is this going to be maybe good or bad before you decide which side? So let's try to focus in on this. So why might communicating with aliens be a bad idea? Can you give me some thoughts about that? So why might that be like, oh, that wasn't the smartest things humans have done so far in history? We've done a lot of not very clever things in our human existence. And Jitain, absolutely. So why could this be good or why could this be bad? Okay. And break it into two questions. So separate it into the two actual questions. So why might communicating with aliens be a bad idea? Okay, Kisi says it might just be a waste of money. Maybe there's nobody out there. Maybe. Okay, so here I'm going to, I'm sure, hear a few different opinions. It's time consuming, so we consume a lot of resources. So Dicendo says because aliens can think that we do not care about our planet and human civilization and destroy our forest. So Jitendra, I think you have the right idea there, but you have to write it more clearly, okay? So you're saying that aliens might think that we're a destructive species and we're dangerous, and they might just attack us, right? So, yeah, so Preeti says because there's a lot of movies about this, right? Maybe the aliens are very advanced and they take our resources. Now, again, visualize. Students, visualize it. Visualizing will make you into much, much more powerful writers and communicators. And again, the IELTS is beyond just English. It's also, especially at band 7, 8, 9, it's testing your thinking, your communication. So remember that drawing of our planet sending the signals to the alien, okay, planet. If we send those signals and they're intelligent, they might not communicate back to us, but they will likely be able to identify where the signal is coming from, and they can just show up in their UFO, okay, and bzz, they beam more resources off of our planet, okay? So, in fact, the art of war, we know that the element of surprise is very important. So, if they are an aggressive species, it's unlikely that they're going to communicate with us. They're probably just going to show up and surprise us, right? So locating our planet. So the aliens discover the location of our planet. And use it for resources. There's a lot of movies that have been made in recent years about that, right? I think that's what a lot of scientists are worried about, okay? So Kesey says an alien occupation. Sure, dominant species often, even on our own planet, will destroy, use, and occupy inferior or weaker species, right? So why not have the same rule or law existing in the universe? Okay, sure. So those are a couple of good points. We don't need to overdo it. I think we have two of the main arguments against this idea. So waste of resources, time and money, and the aliens can know where we are and come not peacefully, but with hostile intent. Okay, so what's my next question? You've said this. Finish my sentence. So finish my sentence. What might be the benefits? Yeah, absolutely. So Puranjay, finish the whole sentence, but you got the right set of words. Yeah, what might be the benefits of communicating with aliens? All right. Okay, so what do you think? What might be the benefit? What are the advantages? Yeah, Preeti says, what is the benefit or the advantages of communicating with aliens? So what do you think? What's the answer? Very good. So Roshni, you have the same idea. Kleber says, exchanging knowledge and information. Very good. Sure. More advanced technology. Jitendra, potentially saving our planet from our own destruction. Okay. Good. Very good. All right. It seems like all of you were able to come up with some answers for this very, very quickly. Now, one question that you might ask here, and this is what I would do, I would ask one more question. I'll start the question and then try to finish it. Okay. This is a question you'd want to ask yourself, maybe before answering this essay. What do you think is the end of this question? So sharing resources, Roshni, yeah, they might have a very bountiful knowledge of resources. Maybe they know of other planets. Nope, I wouldn't say do they exist, Kleber. I would ask something a little bit more specific. Not whether or not they exist. Okay, I would ask something more specific. So do you think aliens Yeah, Kesey says, do you think aliens are dangerous? And I'd be a little bit more specific, Kesey. I would say, do you think aliens... This is the big question, right? Do you think that aliens that have the technology to come to Earth are dangerous or dangerous for humans, right? That would be a good question to ask. And I think that that could be different. So some of you might say, yeah, maybe. Who knows, right? I would say not. Okay, so my answer would be... That would be my argument, but maybe I'm just naive. So I would say probably not, because they have evolved their problem-solving skills to a level where they do not need to be aggressive. So it's unlikely that an alien species which has the technology to travel faster than the speed of light, fold space or time to make these massive journeys in a relatively short amount of time or in some other means, it's very, very unlikely that they're going to be aggressive in my mind, because they don't, simply put, they don't need to be. They don't need to be aggressive. Why be aggressive if you don't need to be aggressive, right? That's a good question to ask. All right, anyway, I definitely think that we have plenty of information. So now, as a last step, we have 8 minutes left in the class, students. And as a last step, what I'd like you to do is just write your thesis statements. I'm not going to write a thesis today. I want you to write your thesis statement. So write your thesis statement, okay? Based on all of this information that we brainstormed, write your thesis statement for this question. So I'll read the question one more time and try to write it in 2-3 minutes so I can read some of them, okay? So some scientists think there are intelligent life forms on other planets, and messages should be sent to contact them. Other scientists think that it is a bad idea and would be dangerous. Which opinion do you agree with and why? That's the question. The topic is connecting with aliens. The controlling idea is this a good or bad idea for humanity to try to connect? When we think about the topic in more detail, it means sending signals to other planets to be interpreted by aliens. Why do we want to do that? For the purpose of discovering the universe and for creating relationships with intelligent life forms to learn about them and their technology. We can do it with satellites, different kinds of signals, sending humans, astronauts into space. Why would this be a bad idea? Because we could waste a lot of money when there's nobody there, and time. Also, the aliens could discover where we live and use our planet in a way that's very dangerous for humans and maybe lead to our extinction. What might be the benefits? Exchanging knowledge and information, advancements in technology, and helping to save our planet. Okay? Write your thesis statements. So from all of these ideas, you should be able to choose one side, whether you think it's a good idea or a bad idea, and then you should be able to write your thesis statement. Okay? Now, of course, don't worry, members. For tomorrow's class, I will have the full introduction ready for you, and also try to write the introduction on your own. Okay, so while you write your thesis statements, I'll tell you what your homework is for tomorrow. It's complete the introduction with a hook, background, and thesis. Okay, and I will do the same, and then tomorrow So in tomorrow's class, we will write the body paragraphs and conclusion. Okay, so we'll do that together in tomorrow's class. Still waiting for those thesis statements. I'm hoping to catch at least one or two before we wrap it up. And for all of our viewers, make sure to check us out at aehelp.com for lots of help with the IELTS exam, interactive course, original practice exams, speaking and writing assistance, options, and over 100 hours of video lessons. So aehelp.com for academic IELTS. You can integrate that with our app from your Android and Apple app stores, academic IELTS help. And for general, check us out at gieltshelp.com. So Kleber says, I believe it is a bad idea to try to communicate with aliens. If they wanted to help us, they would have already contacted us. Okay, Kleber, not bad. Give your 2 points of why you think it's a bad idea. Therefore, we should not give away our location and put our resources at risk. Okay, so I would finish Kleber with that. So I believe it is a bad idea to try to communicate with aliens because it is unlikely that they want to help us. Rather, they may want to take our resources and destroy life on Earth. Okay, something like that, Kleber. All right. Preeti says, or you could say, and it could be a waste of time and money. Okay, Kleber. Preeti says, I believe that sending messages to other species in the universe can be good for society because not only can we exchange knowledge and information, but also save our green planet with the help of their resources. Okay, Preeti, good. That's a good thesis statement. Very good. When you finish it, you said advanced technology. Okay, good. That works. You can write an introduction with that. Kleber, I would again use those 2 points for the negative side. Okay. Jitendra Kumar says, in our contemporary era, the planet is suffering with some critical problems. Some individuals suggest to communicate with other planets, such as alien species, and almost same amount of people advise it can. Jitendra, you need to rethink that. It's unclear what you're trying to express, so rethink that thesis. Amarjeet says, although few researchers ascertain that connecting with aliens can be harmful, I believe that it may be beneficial to exchange the latest knowledge and information about technology and explore the universe. Amarjeet, very nice. Okay, very, very nice. That will work for a Band 9 thesis. Yes, Paranjay, absolutely your thesis statement tells which side you're talking about. Kisi says, I believe that researchers spending time on discovering aliens in the universe is a bad idea. It is a waste of money and aliens could take over the resources of the Earth. Kisi, very good thesis statement for the negative side, okay? That works really well. So when I read your thesis, it tells me what you believe. It tells me your body paragraph 1 will express that it's a waste of money, and your body paragraph 2 will express that it could be dangerous for humanity. Okay, Kisi, works. Good. Sheng Hung says, although finding intelligent life forms on other planets might be dangerous and a waste of time, it could also benefit because of their advanced technology and help save Mother Earth. Sheng Hung, that is a Band 9 level thesis. Very, very good. All right. Clearly, students, you have some brilliant ideas on how to do this essay, how to write it. That's fantastic. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's class where we actually get to put it all together. The introduction, body paragraph 1 and 2. For everybody else, check us out at aehelp.com, gieltshelp.com, and in 30 minutes, we can see everyone for an all-chat class for the reading section. Much love to all of you. Bye for now. Hopefully, I'll see you soon.